Hey everyone, it's Neptorka here, back for another reaction video. We have a Genshin Impact version 5.6 special program. It was released not long ago, a couple of hours ago. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. Windbloom Festival's getting old. Ooh, film festival? Okay. Cooking competition. Hell's Kitchen. Genshin edition. Okay. I have like no polls. Unfortunately, she's got a lot of things that I've always wanted. I'm just here as a responsible adult. This is like the first time a lot of Natlan characters have gone outside, so I think each time that they go outside Natlan, it's going to be interesting. That bird's annoying. Oh man, really? Okay, I wasn't expecting this. This is a new boss.
レインドットさ。彼女が僕をモンドに向かわせた時、ある大きな課題を与えたんだ。世界の真相を探せというね。なんで街の中に魔物がいるの？想像してたよりも状況がひどいみたい。
Interesting.
また敵が来るぞ。本件の被告人。セピロス騎士団調査小隊隊長アルベド。
何をしたんだ？殺人事件？ホムンクルスが暴走して理性を失い他者を傷つける的な行動に走る。
魔女会と正式な会談を行うことを願ってるんだ。
あら、そんな勇気のある子がまだモンドにいたの
？Okay, that looks cool.
天地が逆さになった時、人は世界の本質を知る。なら盤面が逆さになったら。
なぜ罪のない人を？どうして？
What is going on?
これはレムリアが戦争のために用意した薬物なのよ。人体研究という課題を諦めたことは一度もない。モンドの法律にのっとり被告人アルベドを殺人および死体遺棄で有罪とする。今も近くから聞こえるよ。
お？なんだ、バルバトスか？
ファルか？
What? Okay. That was actually pretty legit. That's one of the coolest trailers I've ever seen.
Hello everyone! Welcome to the Genshin Impact version 5.6 special program. I'm Jane Jackson, the voice of Veressa, and I have two awesome co-hosts with me today. Why don't you introduce yourselves?
What up, my dudes? My name is Johnny LaQuasto, and I'm the voice of Aoife.
Hey, your turn.
Hello everyone, my name is Emily Cass and I voice Escoffier. I'm so excited to be here.
And I am so excited to be hosting alongside you two today.
Oh, by the way, Emily, I have to say, the way your chibi's tail moves around is so cool.
Oh, actually, it's not a tail. It's a self-adapting movement signal tracking support mech. It's a piece of tech, basically. It helps Escoffier in the kitchen and in combat. It's one of her essential utensils.
But it looks so much like a tail.
Yeah, it
A lot
does.
of people think that. And considering how it looks, people even call Escoffier a demon chef.
Ah, okay. That seems a little extreme.
Yeah, I'd say so too. But honestly, I don't know much about Escoffier. Can you tell us more about her, Emily?
Absolutely. Let's take a look at her profile.
Voice acting is great.
Escoffier used to be the head chef at the Hotel de Bourg.
Oh, cool.
The hotel is famous for the extremely popular and exclusive Gâteau de Bourg.
Wow. Exclusive?
Yeah, only a limited amount of slices are available per day. Escoffier is a master of precision gastronomy, which means she approaches cooking as a science. She even develops advanced mecha to use in her cooking process.
Wow, that's some dedication to her craft.
Of course, in Escoffier's kitchen, no dish is
Let's have
ready
her
to be
meet Zhongli.
served until it has her stamp of approval. And when she likes something, she gets completely lost in the flavors. It looks almost like she's in heaven.
That sounds incredible, but what if she doesn't like it?
Oh, then she'd probably say something like...
You thought cream of mushroom soup was ready to serve after 3.5 minutes on the stove. You'd have had more sense serving hot water with ice cubes. At least then you wouldn't have wasted all this perfectly good cream and mushroom.
Wow. Intense.
I promise Escoffier is actually very well mannered most of the time. But when it comes to food, she couldn't be more strict. It's all for good reason though. Escoffier believes her mission as a chef is to make haute cuisine accessible to all. So she's not just strict on other people, she demands perfection from herself too. Because that's the only way to make her dream a reality.
Oh, is that why she develops all those cooking mecha?
That's right. With their help, even people who are short on time or cooking skills can be capable of making a good meal.
Okay. That feels like a personal call out. But seriously though, I'm telling you, I could use something exactly like that.
Same here. Emily, you said Escoffier used to be the head chef at the Hotel de Bourg. Does that mean she doesn't work there anymore?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's
she
what
even
used
had to
to
spend
means.
time in the fortress of Meripede.
The Fortress of Meripede? What happened?
We can't divulge the details right now, but all will be revealed in
killed a man.
Escoffier's story quest, treasured above all. So be sure to check it out if you're interested, travellers. You'll also be rewarded with extra ascension materials for Escoffier. Oh, and travellers will get to take part in a one-of-a-kind culinary showdown in this quest. Not only will travellers get to experience Escoffier's mentorship firsthand, but special guests will also make an appearance.
Special guest.
Look at her pouting off.
Okay, I see blubber beasts and romaritime flowers. Wait, do we have to cook 4 blubber beasts using romaritime flowers? That's not much to work with.
All I can say is, trust in Escoffier. She can work wonders.
Oh, I'm definitely a believer. Okay, so we know what she can do in the kitchen, but what about on the battlefield?
Right, let's get into it. Escoffier wields a cryovision and is a powerful addition to freeze-focused teams, which brings us to one of her talents. When Escoffier's elemental skill or elemental burst hits an enemy, she can reduce their resistance to hydro and cryo damage. The more hydro and cryo characters in the party, the greater the reduction.
Okay, so it looks like the enemies here aren't actually frozen, but the resistance reduction still takes effect.
Yeah, that's really important. As long as her elemental skill or burst hits an enemy, the reduction takes effect. The enemy doesn't need to be frozen. That means the talent works on bosses and other unfreezable enemies.
Wow, so it seems like any character that deals hydro or cryo damage can benefit from that talent. I can definitely see her being a powerful support in freeze teams.
True, but Escoffier is not just a support. She
Man,
can
I
dish
love
out
freeze
damage
teams,
as well,
but I can't
with
afford to
an
get
actual
her.
dish.
No way.
Yeah, and when Escoffier unleashes her elemental skill, she summons a cooking mech to the field that follows the active character and periodically fires projectiles at nearby enemies, dealing cryo damage. So with her ability to shred resistance, she basically buffs her own damage. In addition, her elemental burst restores HP to the entire party.
Nice.
Incredible. Okay, so
Whoa,
she
whoa,
can
whoa,
buff
whoa,
the
whoa, whoa.
part.
How
HP
much?
to the basically
How
buffs her
much?
own damage. In addition, her elemental burst restores HP to the entire buffs her own damage.
It's kind of okay.
With her ability to shred resistance, she
Let's see
basically
here.
buffs her own damage.
Okay.
In addition, her elemental burst restores
Ooh,
HP
that's a lot for her.
to the
Okay.
entire party.
Incredible. Okay, so she can buff the party, dish out damage, and heal. Wow, sounds like she's pretty versatile.
Yeah, and thanks to a different talent, she has another ability that really showcases her skills as a chef. If you hold her elemental skill, the cooking mech she summons can absorb elemental energy and convert it into a delicious dish.
Whoa. I've never seen a talent like that before.
Okay, so you don't even have to prepare the ingredients yourself? Bro, that's awesome.
Yeah, and plus, she can produce several kinds of dishes this way.
Well, that will
Cool.
be so fun to check out in game.
Totally. So take note of this next piece of news, travelers. In the first half of version 5.6, we'll have event wishes for Escoffier and
Navia.
Navia. A new 5-star polearm, Symphonist of Sense, will be featured on the weapon banner. Our new 4-star character, Aoife, will also enjoy a drop rate boost on the first half banners.
Aoife, no way, bro.
I think that's my line, but I couldn't have said it better myself.
Oh, and another bit of really exciting news is that travelers will get to spend more time with these two in the new version.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Okay, take a look at this clip and you'll see.
All eyes are on me. Lowly servants, behold!
I hate
the
how-
almighty Dragon Lord's magnificence! The heck are you on about? Why does no one ask for the autograph of the almighty Dragon Lord? Kahula how? Oh, wow. No way, bro. What? You little... Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Do you even hear yourself, bro? How dare you? Insolent, contemptuous... What are you on about? No way, bro. Huh? Seriously? Seriously? Do you even hear yourself, bro? Darn it. Oh, wow. No way, bro. Do you even hear yourself, bro? You're hopeless. The almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula! His wisdom is wasted on you. No way, bro. See you later. Huh? Blah!
Oh, you meant Kukuku and a how. Wow, I feel like those two could argue forever.
Dude, you don't know the half of it.
Hang in there, bro.
You too, huh? Man, this bro thing is really taking off.
Well, Kukuku is just that infectious.
That image.
So, travelers met Aoife in the previous version, but since we now have the chance to add him to our parties, want to give us a formal introduction, Johnny?
I thought you'd never ask, Jane. Absolutely. As most of you probably know, Aoife is a Saurian vet from the Flower Feather clan. In that land, humans and Saurians live and fight side by side. Saurians get sick and hurt just like everyone else. So Saurian vets do a very important job in that land.
Okay.
And Aoife is a really good one. In fact, you've probably heard of some of his accomplishments already. Like how he saved Kakuku's life, and now, of course, Kakuku works as his trusty assistant.
Yeah, Aoife is practically a miracle worker. I heard a how got sick one time, so Kaniche took him to Aoife for treatment, and what do you know? A how was better in like 2 seconds. Imagine that.
Sounds like Aoife really knows his stuff. I wonder if he can treat all kinds of dragons, like even ones from other nations.
I guess, in theory, yeah, I don't see why not. Plus, if it was an emergency, Kakuku could help him get there in no time.
I mean, I heard the Flower Feather clan is known for riding kukasaurs, but this is less riding and more dangling, isn't it?
Hey, this is a Kakuku appreciation zone only, all right? But seriously, just wait until you see him sprint. He spreads out those huge wings, and it's super awesome. Oh, and while we're on the subject, if there are any travelers who haven't done the part of the Ochkanatlan World Quest where you chase down the evil dragon, try it out with Aoife. It'll be a completely different kind of flying experience.
Yeah,
I doubt it.
I see
but
that.
Okay.
Although it looks more like Aoife is chasing down a patient for a checkup.
Yeah. So, okay, what else can Aoife do in combat?
Well, Aoife is an Animo Vision user with a lot of tricks up his sleeve. For example, when faced with aggressive enemies, Aoife can unleash his elemental burst and fire a therapeutic sedative, creating a wind current that pulls in and restrains enemies. Yeah, of course, as Aoife's good bro, Kakuku also helps him out in combat. With Aoife's elemental skill, Kakuku lifts him into the air, giving him an aerial advantage in combat. And while in this state, Aoife can continuously fire tonic shots, which deal Animo damage upon impact and restore HP to the entire party.
Oh, nice. So what kind of team comps work best with Aoife?
Well, to answer that, we should introduce one of his talents first. When Aoife is in the Night Soul's Blessing state, he can use his Field Medic's Vision to increase swirl and electrocharge damage based on the total amount of Night Soul points across the entire party.
Okay, so he
I don't
works
know how
well with
that's gonna
characters that can trigger
work.
swirl and electrocharged reactions, and characters that can generate Night Soul points. He seems like a really flexible unit.
Yeah, he is. Plus, in areas with Natlan's phlogiston mechanics, if your current active character or indwelled Saurian's HP drops below a certain percent, Aoife can consume his own phlogiston to heal them.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Putting those medical skills to use. His kit seems really intuitive, and he helps with exploration. I feel like exploring the sacred volcano will be a lot easier with Kakuku to dangle from.
What can I say? He is a helpful little guy. Now, moving on to our next bit of news, a new boss is coming in version 5.6.
I think they do too many new bosses. It's like they feel like they have to have a different boss each
materials for Escoffier.
chapter.
Huh. I feel like we faced something like this before.
That's because this boss has the same origins as the Secret Source Automaton configuration device from version 5.1. Both are pieces of ancient dragon technology.
They almost seem like two parts of one terrifying monster.
Okay, Jane, let's, this is where we should wrap this part up, I think, because travelers can search for their own answers to this in-game. Now, let's kick off the event portion.
Oh, wow. There are Natlan characters in Fontaine? Is it because of a festival or something?
Not a festival. An amusement park organized by Navia and the Spina di Rasula. Auroron and Aoife are there to deliver
Navia
Natlan
better
produce
be
for
there,
the event.
voicing
But it's
it.
not all veggies and good times, unfortunately. Against the backdrop of the festivities, a smuggling case is uncovered.
Why
leaving
is it always a
Kanish and
smuggling
Ryslin
case
to
in
cross
Fontaine?
paths.
A Saurian hunter and a prison warden. Sounds like a fun pairing.
Yeah, right? I actually have a few sneak
Fun.
peeks to share, so let's take a look.
Weird. Why is a How cowering behind Kanish? I would have thought he
Isn't
would
that Charlotte right there?
Oh, wait. It must be because of Fontaine's ban on flying objects.
Exactly. Ahau and Kakuku made the journey all the way to Fontaine and happened to arrive just in time for the ban.
Ugh.
Ahau was able to hide, but Kakuku got scared and flew straight into the Palais Mermonia.
That's
Auroron
stupid.
thinks Kakuku will manage to send all of the important documents in the Palais flying around the building.
Oh no, that can't end well. Well, what about Aoife? Isn't he going to come to Kakuku's rescue?
Don't worry, with Nervalette and Risley there, Kakuku's in good hands. Plus, he might even learn a new phrase or two. Hey, check it out. Risley managed to teach him one. Anyone want to guess what it is?
Oh, I don't really know what it could be. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. Anyway, I wanted to point out there are two dragons in this picture. So, does that mean Nervalette could, like, interpret for Kakuku? You know, dragon to dragon. Oh, I can't wait to see how their interactions go.
Honestly, I can't
That'd
even
actually
picture
be
it,
pretty
but
cool.
I just know it's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, there's nothing we can say that beats the real thing. So, if you're interested, be sure to check out all the shenanigans in-game. And trust me, there are a lot of them. Always makes me laugh. Now, on to the actual amusement park. Let me give you some background. It's called the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland, and it's the brainchild of a well-known engineer and film buff with the Spina di Rasula in charge of the financing, construction, and general operations.
Oh, Lapine Pauline is back. Didn't she almost go bankrupt after basic research on that fake story? I hope her investment pays off this time.
Well, if the Traveler agrees to come on board, Lapine Pauline might be in a better position.
Come on board? Why are my fraud alarm bells ringing?
It's not like that. If you don't trust
Fraud
Lapine Pauline,
alarm bells.
Yeah, okay. Her track record isn't great, but at least
This
trust
bow
Cheval
looks really
Moran and the
cool.
Spina di Rasula.
If you say so.
And how do we make sure we don't run it into the ground?
Well, if the Traveler agrees to come on board, Lapine Pauline might be in a better position.
Wait, so this is a management sim? Okay, tell me everything.
I do like
You
management
got it, bro.
sims.
Travelers will be in charge of operations like upgrading the facilities, expanding the park, and managing the staff. During each business cycle,
Dude,
travelers
these-
will need to allocate their precious funds and
These
action
types
points
of
to the
games,
most
man,
important
I
tasks based
I
on
always
their
get
management
sucked
needs.
into them.
And plus, Navia recruited Master Chef Escoffier to run the park's theme restaurant.
Woo!
The dishes she creates
I love
can
them
give
each
you
time.
unique management buffs, so don't miss out.
Absolutely. You can also increase your revenue by adding different kinds of attractions. For example, in Eclectic Escapades, visitors can experience unforgettable adventures.
Oh,
where
hey,
they
this is pretty
fly
cool.
through the air or dash underwater at high speeds.
Wow.
Or there's movie masterpieces, where you have to use special abilities to reach the end of the stage and seize the treasure. Before launching these attractions,
All right.
travelers will need to try them out and create a standardized strategy guide for each one,
Dude,
so that
can you
visitors
create your own
understand how
ones?
to get the most out of the experience.
Nice.
Oh, and travelers can also add an attraction called Mellow Manor, where they can create a cozy retreat for different animals to draw in visitors and increase revenue.
And travelers can also recruit some familiar faces to help run the park. Among the recruits are Fontanian companions and friends from other
Siege
nations
Queen
too.
don't care.
Yeah, that's right.
Wish she
By
would
completing
disappear.
friendly encounters, travelers can learn useful management techniques from their companions. Eventually, these companions will become fixtures at the park and provide even more management
So
support.
Varissa's gonna be
So,
traveling.
Long story short,
Nice.
don't worry too much. You don't have to go it alone.
Okay, yeah, that
Dude,
doesn't
I'm so
sound too
hyped
bad.
that Navia
Plus, once you get down to business, you'll
is
be
coming
rewarded
back. I
for
just
your
hope her
efforts.
voice actress
Ooh,
is
do
there.
tell.
Oh, I
If
will.
not,
Reach a
fire
certain
her.
point in the operations, and you'll be able to claim all sorts of rewards, including Primo Gems and a new 4-star bow, Sequence of Solitude.
Awesome! More Primo Gems to save for your next pull. Which reminds me, we still haven't finished announcing the event wishes, have we?
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry to keep you in suspense, travelers.
Okay, they shouldn't
in the
do that. They
second
need to
half of
keep them
version
together.
5.6, we'll have returning event wishes for Kanichi and the Raiden Shogun.
Nice.
Plus,
They
the
need to keep them
Chronicled
together.
Wish banner will be returning in
Oh,
version
okay.
5.6. I know a lot of travelers have been waiting for that, so check it out if you're interested.
Yeah, you have to. And best of luck on your polls.
All right, that was a lot
And
of
Nina
info,
Azuma version,
so
nice.
let's take our first break. Here's the second redemption code,
I'm
travelers.
sure the Wuthering Waves people are gonna be trashing that, even though they they have their own one in the game. Man, it's so predatory. I can't believe Genshin would do that. Wuthering Waves would never do anything like that.
Festival, once a celebration.
All right.
The Windbloom Festival, once a celebration of flowers, now shrouded in unease.
This actually looks pretty legit. Who is that?
Why is Albedo on trial? Who is the young man in the courtroom? And is he friend or foe?
Wait,
What?
that was a good shot
and
of
is
it.
he friend
Of him or her? That's got to be a him.
or foe? What tidings does the Dodo communication device bring this time? The answers to these questions and more in the version 5.6.
This
are
actually
on
looks
Quest.
pretty cool.
Nice voice.
Nice.
Ah, shucks, thanks.
So, we finally make it back to Mondstadt, and Albedo's on trial. And I don't even know what to think. But something tells me there's more to this situation than meets the eye.
Well, I've put together some information about the case. Let's go through it and see if we can uncover some new clues. So, here's the deal. Albedo's been accused of murder and unlawful disposal of human remains, and the case is being tried in secret. The logistics captain of the Knights of Favonius, Hertha, seems to have compelling evidence against Albedo. So the situation is serious.
I'm
Why
sure
didn't they-
Hertha is
Oh,
just trying
her.
to do her job and uncover the truth. But there has to be some kind of misunderstanding here.
Well, in court, the evidence does the talking. Travelers will have access to Albedo's
We're having
office on the
a
second floor of
trial
headquarters
that's
to do
not
their
in
own
Fontaine.
investigation into the case and hopefully track down some clues.
Oh, that's
So
actually
I saw
kind of
Jean,
cool.
Kaya, and Jula in the courtroom, all members of the Knights of Favonius, which makes sense. But it looked like someone from the church was also there.
Oh, that's Dahlia. He's the deacon of the Church of Favonius, so he works with Barbara, Rosaria, and the other members of the
Okay.
clergy. Dahlia
they
acts as
explained
the
it.
Herald of Barbados, which is interesting because he's also friends with Venti.
Yeah, very interesting. He sounds like a
Oh, I
very
wonder if he
important
actually
figure
knows.
then.
Well, speaking of Venti, the Dodo communication device is back in this quest. At some point, Venti needs it to get in touch with Alice. But on the first attempt, the line connects to Grandmaster Varka instead. It's only on the second try that he manages to reach Alice. Whoa.
Dude, this actually looks really cool.
Two legend names. Varka has been on an expedition for a long time. Sounds like we finally get to hear how he's doing. As for Alice, we know she's the mother of the most adorable Klee and an elder of the Hexen Circle. But I wonder why Venti needs to get in touch with her. Wait, could it be because of the monsters in the city?
Oh, you know what? In Amber's anthology chapter, she did say the number of monsters around Mondstadt has been skyrocketing lately.
Right? And now there
Okay.
are even more monsters in the
Interesting.
city. So maybe Venti
Been
is
so
reaching
long
out
since
to
we were
Alice
back
for
in
help.
Mondstadt.
I think you two are onto something. And
We go
if
back,
we
like,
take
once a
look
year.
At this map, we can see that a lot of our old friends have joined in on the fight to defend
Okay, that's cool.
Mondstadt.
Wow, this is kind of emotional. Mondstadt was the beginning of everything. It's the place where travelers met their first companions and embarked on this whole journey. And now it's in crisis. Oh, hopefully travelers can do something to stop it.
Oh, they can, but it won't be an easy road. Alice can offer something to help, but
Okay, this
travelers will need
boss
to pass
looks
a trial
legit.
first and defeat the king and queen on the chessboard.
Anything to defend Mondstadt. I'm
I
sure
love how they
travelers
make
aren't
the
scared
king
of a
this
little
fat,
trial.
stubby little thing.
Okay. Then let's take a look at what awaits them.
Like the king from Cinderella. It's definitely unique. But I still stand by what I said earlier. They spend too much time building boss fights. Like, sorry, your boss fights are not that exciting.
Alice will preside over the first phase of the trial. The trial takes place on a chessboard, but the rules of chess don't exactly apply. Look closely and you'll notice some of the pieces on the board can harm the king. Travelers can use that to their advantage to create an opening and dish out damage. But in the second phase, there are no chess pieces to use. Travelers will need to rely on their own strength to emerge victorious.
It looks like there's a different Dodoco presiding over the second phase. One wearing a blue hat. Is that a different mage from the Hexen Circle?
Ooh, I wonder which one.
Well, travelers will have to uncover that for themselves.
Cool.
As for the second phase of the trial, let me offer a quick piece of advice. The boss has some extremely powerful attacks, but freeze reactions can help you create an opening.
Maybe jot that one down for later, travelers. So, we
As
know
long as
there's
it's not as
murder,
bad
an
as the
attack on Mondstadt,
stupid
a Hexen Circle
Night Soul
trial,
shit.
but we have no idea how all of this is connected. Seems like there's a lot for travelers to uncover. You know, if you think about it, First, Natlan had a crisis with the ley lines that almost ended in death. Then, a similar crisis happens in Liyue, and now Mondstadt is in danger. I can't help but wonder if this is all some kind of terrible omen.
Yeah, but look on the bright side. It's another chance for answers. Maybe we'll uncover new clues about forces we've encountered before, or what we can expect on the road ahead.
Or maybe we'll even get one step closer to the truth of Teyvat.
Yeah, and then travelers can give us all the answers.
Yeah, I think we're gonna leave all that hard work to you guys.
All right.
Thank
okay.
you.
Well, let's lighten things up and dive into the remaining version 5.6 events.
Woo.
Yes.
First up on the docket is an event that brings us back to Fontaine, where travelers can test out their tactical brilliance in the new wargame, Operation Damport Simulation.
Dude, nice.
Oh, I know. This wargame comes with all new offensive and defensive gameplay.
Oh,
The key
cool.
to success is really understanding your game pieces.
Okay, what do you mean?
Well, for example, is it a melee or ranged attack piece? Can it quickly break through obstacles, or maybe even bypass them entirely?
Oh, we're
Once you
assaulting.
feel like you know what you're doing,
I thought it was the
you can
other way
test out your
around.
skills in co-op. The actual gameplay is pretty simple. What this event really
Clash of
tests
Clans,
is
Clans of
strategy.
Genshin.
For example, when adjusting your defensive lineup, you can even set traps for your
Oh.
opponent.
I
Okay,
see
so
a
it's
button
both
called
ways.
defensive simulation. Looks like we can use it to test out our strategies?
That's right. And once you set the defensive and offensive lineup that works best for you, the battle is ready to begin.
You can fight other people,
and
I'm
while
guessing.
your opponent tries to break through your defenses, your job is to use your chosen offensive
Hey,
lineup
okay,
to
this is
outmaneuver their
good.
strategy.
This
The
kind of
side
stuff
that
is
breaks
good.
the opposing formation first, or
Like,
makes
I don't
greater
want
progress
bad
within the time
mini-games.
limit, wins.
Wow.
Okay, so it sounds like it all comes down to strategy. All right, so get tactical, travelers.
Now, if that last event was mostly about brain power, this next one is all about firepower.
Let's go.
Okay, let's take a look at the gameplay. Think this is a simple battle for coins? Ha, well, think again. Players will have the opportunity to indwell Saurians at certain points. Use their abilities to your advantage, and you might be able to turn the tides in your favor.
This looks so fun. You could
Okay.
just stay in Saurian form
It's
the
like,
whole time and blast all the other players away.
What do you call
If
it? It's
only.
like,
The Saurian form only lasts so long.
it reminds me
but
of, like,
even
Mario
in
Kart
human form,
Battle
you'll have
almost.
Natlan character skills at your disposal. So the goal is to collect as many coins as possible to secure victory.
Nice, bro. So, this next event is called Chronicle of Shifting Stratagems. I'm sure at this point in their journey, travelers have gained their fair share of companions and have tested out their skills in a variety of different situations. But maybe there's a character you want to learn more about, like Escoffier, for example.
Dude, he says
Let's
it
say you
every
want to
single
test
line.
out
Nice,
her potential
bro.
in different team comps. Then, I highly recommend trying out this event.
Chronicle of Shifting Stratagems gives travelers the opportunity to study and test out different team compositions.
Okay,
The
cool.
event is divided into different
Ooh,
levels of difficulty.
times
And
40.
there are also challenge buffs to take advantage of, so make sure to take that into account when forming your teams.
Okay.
Travelers can also take a look at the challenge record and see how their friends approached each challenge. Could provide some food for thought.
All right, good.
Right, sounds like the perfect excuse
Another
to do
combat?
some experimentation and think outside the box.
Indeed.
All right, moving on to some Genius Invocation TCG updates.
Oh,
First,
wow.
a new card skin will be added to the card shop, so check it out if you're interested.
just
Travelers
buy-
can also look forward to new character and action cards added to regular mode.
Nice. More food for the card sharks.
I really wish they would just
There
spin
are
it off into
also
its own
some
game.
major updates to automatic artistry.
Oh, so in addition to the character and action card updates, the elemental reaction effects are different.
Yeah, and during the match, there's now a card refresh option as well as mechanisms for character enhancement and replacement, so the gameplay should be even more engaging. Travelers might even be able to come up with some new strategies and surprise their opponents with unexpected moves.
That's right, and finally, the Ley Line Overflow event is returning in version 5.6, so don't miss out.
Okay.
We won't, and let's take our last break. When we return, we'll talk system optimizations and a cool collab.
I
See you
hope
on
that
the other
I'm
side,
glad that they
travelers.
don't call that like the brand new Oh, nice. I like it when they do this. Like the little map of everything coming. That's nice. They show you how many primo gems you're getting. Hey, that's actually pretty cool. That's the first time I've seen them do that. All right. We gonna get a skip button? Probably not.
Welcome back, travelers.
Welcome back.
Welcome. Let's jump right into
Oh,
system
well.
optimizations. Some travelers provided feedback that the brilliant blessing enhancement process in the Imaginarium Theatre was a bit confusing, which made it difficult to level up strategically and optimize character turn order.
That's fair.
So, in the version 5.6 update, the dev team has made the brilliant blessing details page a lot more intuitive.
Okay.
Which should make it easier for travelers to make strategic level up decisions.
Nice.
Yeah, and in addition, rewards will be available for completing the star challenges in the new season of the Imaginarium Theater that begins on June 1st.
You know what would be nice? A restart button after the final act. As it stands right now, finishing the final act takes you directly to the credits, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if you just missed that last star challenge? That would be such a bummer.
Yeah, the dev team has received that feedback as well, so a restart button is also being
I've never
added to the
cared
new
about
update.
the stars.
Oh,
Nice.
let's go.
That
I
should
just
make
want
it
the
easier to
primo
get full
gems.
stars. All right, so this next update addresses another common problem. Travelers have probably noticed that when you go to raise a character's skills, the skill descriptions can be pretty long and dense.
Yeah, I mean, it's understandable. It's important for travelers to have all the details. But it's also easy to get bogged down in the weeds, so this is something the dev team has been working on. Starting in version 5.6, the descriptions on the talent and constellation pages for new characters will be optimized to be more concise, so it's easier for
Okay.
travelers to grasp the core information. Of course, travelers who
that's
prefer
fair.
to dive into all
It's
the
not-
details can always
not what I
expand
want.
the content
I
for
want
a
a
more
skip button.
comprehensive description.
Nice. Sorting through all that information should be a lot faster now.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Our next optimization is for the treasure compass. Travelers provided feedback that while attempting to complete Natlan's warrior challenges, it was difficult to locate where to pick up the quests. So, after the version 5.6 update, the treasure compass can now track those locations.
Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
they can. Warrior challenges are important because that's how you get obsidian fragments, which you can use to unlock tribal secret spaces, right? It would be nice if the treasure compass could track those too.
It can! And once your exploration progress is high enough, the treasure compass will be able to pinpoint the location of tribal secret spaces as well. Similarly, at a high enough exploration progress, more chests from various nations can also be located using the treasure compass.
Oh,
Nice.
really?
That should really help travelers that are stuck at 99% exploration progress.
Fair.
Map pins have also been optimized. Starting in version 5.6, travelers can now delete custom pins in batches.
Ooh, that should make it a lot easier to start fresh if you're someone
Don't
who
care.
really likes to go ham with the
Don't
markers.
Definitely.
I want a skip
Well,
button.
that wraps up
That's
our
all I
system
wanted.
optimizations.
Still
So
can't get
now
it.
It's time for some out-of-game news.
That's right. First, we have some exciting collaboration news to share. Genshin Impact is partnering with the global beauty brand Charlotte Tilbury to launch 2 limited edition sets.
Wow.
So, let's watch the preview trailer for the collaboration.
They know their audience. They know that there's a good chunk of women who play Genshin Impact. I don't need it, but this will probably still sell. If one has Paimon on it, I don't think it'll sell though. Okay, people want to actually see stuff. I mean, it's all Mona themed, which makes it amazing. Okay, that was a pretty bad commercial.
But I have even more news. In addition, Genshin
whoever made
Impact's
that commercial
third
needs to be
Natlan
fired.
OST album, Radiance of Flame, is coming soon. Yeah.
Okay.
The album contains various tracks composed by the Hoyo Mix team for the Collective of Plenty and other regions. So stay tuned for the drop.
Awesome.
Oh, it's gonna be amazing. The music's gonna be so cool.
So
You know it.
beautiful.
Wow.
Okay, let me check my scroll here. Yeah,
My
that's all the
scroll.
information I have about version 5.6.
Yeah, me too. What about you, Jane?
I am just so excited to uncover more about the Albedo trial mystery and to defeat the new boss on the chessboard.
And I can't wait for you all to meet Escoffier. It's been so much fun working
Escoffier.
on her. And just the
And to follow that up, Aoife is finally playable, and of course he's gonna have Kakuku right by his side, but the mini games are always so fun and creative. Oh, just can't
Absolutely.
wait.
Well,
that's it for the version 5.6 special program. A new adventure awaits.
I gotta
hope it
say,
brings with it new friendships, new answers, and a whole lot of fun. Well, and with that, all there's left to say is, see you in Game Travelers. Bye.
it's another program that just shat all over Wuthering Waves. Song of the Welcome Moon. Interesting. All right, so let's
And
start
I
off. Let's be honest, my expectations were like dirt cheap, because we've had several lame patches, for Genshin, which has been kind of disappointing. And so because of that, I was pretty surprised. Even though I love freeze teams, it's like my original like kind of love are freeze teams because I love Ayaka and Ganyu. Like Cryo has always been one of my favorite elements. They've fallen out of favor, and I just don't like Escoffier enough. Who knows? Maybe I'll try her out and maybe I'll like her, but the problem is that I got Verissa and I don't have any wishes left, so I kind of probably will have to give up on that. But one of the things that I really want to point out, and I hope Kuro takes this information, but this special program was 40 minutes long, straight to the point, a little bit of blurb about what the character's about, a little bit of blurb about what they can do for your party, move on. It wasn't the fluff bullshit that was in the anniversary live stream that they had a couple of days ago that was just awful. Characters, as I said, I'm not too interested in them. One big hit is do not, Genshin, please don't ever do this. Don't split up the banner wishes. Like, don't introduce one banner wish and then talk about the next one like 10 minutes later in the broadcast. That was stupid. I don't know why they did that. I wish they would stop making so many new bosses. Like, I feel like if they spent less time on a new boss and more time on like an animation or like more combat events or whatnot, I think it would be better. So that's something I hope they do. But there's a lot of different events that are going on here. We have Escoffier's new quest. We have this interesting... Whirling Waltz event, which actually I think is pretty cool. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on there. This is also one of the first time that the Natlan characters are going outside of Natlan, which is going to be fun to mess around with. And then this interlude quest, Paralogism. I don't know if that's pronounced right. This looks awesome. I was not expecting this at all. This looks really cool. We haven't been back to Mondstadt in a long time, so I'm pretty excited. Looks like there's going to be some fighting all over Mondstadt. So, and then on top of that, they've got all these different, Genshin kind of always does their mini games, and it's, a lot of times it can be really a miss. Like, their mini games, I'm like, oh, whoop-de-doo. These actually look entertaining. The mini games that are coming, they look entertaining to play. Where'd they go? Like, this one looks really cool. The defense one. So, I'm actually pretty excited for this one. It'll be interesting to mess around with. But overall, not only, the mini games are there, but, I mean, the quality of them was so much better than, what we saw in the Wuthering Waves special program. So, it feels like it shouldn't ever have to be said, but if you're doing worse than Genshin's special programs for minor patches, you really got to step it up. And, you know, that's kind of the situation that Wuthering Waves is in right now. It's just awful. But these events, they look interesting. And I'm actually going to be very interested to play with them. I still think that they should move the trading card game outside of the game and put it into its own side game. And my biggest complaint, of course, are the optimizations didn't have a skip button. You know, I mean, it sucks. I still wish they would put it in. I don't know why they continue to. There's got to be someone at the very top who just like refuses to do it. So we'll see. This beauty brand thing was terrible. I like they did a terrible job marketing this thing. Whoever did this should be fired. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I wasn't expecting much, and I'm still pretty satisfied. Is this the first time Navi is being rerun, or is it the second time? I can't remember. But oh man, I love Navia. She's my favorite character in the game. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for this. I was not expecting to be excited for this. Am I more excited for this than Wuthering Waves 2.3? Yeah. Yeah, I am. That's pretty sad, but I am. It looks a lot better. This story quest looks crazy fun. With the trial going on in Mondstadt and the chess piece boss. So we'll have to see what comes. So I need to finish up, you know, the past patch in Genshin Impact and get ready for this one. So it'll be fun. Though I may leave a lot of the exploration for when the treasure compass updates because I'm lazy. Like I just want the treasure compass to be easy for me to deal with. So, all right. Well, that's going to be it for this reaction. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And, well, I will catch you guys in the next one. Neptorka out. See you guys.